All right, so we on Twitter looking at NBA 2K22 courtside report. Now, before this video continues, I'm gonna say right now, if you're new, leave a like down below and subscribe down below as well, because I post videos like this on everything 2K that comes out regarding news, information, etc., etc. And when the game comes out, I got y'all with information and tutorials on how to, get best jump shots, etc., etc. So subscribe for that as well. But without further ado, y'all, let's not waste any more time and get right into this video. So yeah, y'all, let's jump into it. All right, now we're in the official courtside report, and one thing about these courtside reports I hate right now is just reading, man. I hate reading all these courtside reports. It says 12 minutes to read this. I'm probably not gonna read all this because a lot of stuff's probably not gonna be important to me, and plus it's gonna be some, recycled information. I feel like Mike Wayne should just, what is this right here? Clear that off. But I feel like Mike Wayne should do more videos where he reads for us with that little microphone that he has to his, to his mouth or whatever, because reading all this is just, I don't want to read all this stuff. Like this right here, this little intro, I don't want to read all this stuff right here. But anyway, it says, hello 2K fans. It's that time of year when we get back into unpack all the exciting gameplay enhancements and new features coming to your way for NBA 2K22. The first year developing on new consoles always brings new challenges such as major code rewrites, new technical, I don't want to read all that. He's talking about all this new stuff or whatever. So anyway, scrolling down. All right, now for defense, starting off with defense. You see Kevin Durant right here, the guy Kevin Durant, KD, whatever. Anyway, he says the primary goal for defense was to give gamers the tools to be able to really change the outcome of the game on the floor and at the rim. If you were a great perimeter defender who anticipated well, we wanted you to be able to clamp up the dribbler and force a pass. If you were a rim protector, we wanted to give you the ability to send away weak shot attempts at will. Okay, so that was a problem to get 21 next gen, with perimeter defense and interior defense and all that stuff, because in perimeter you would get blown by and in the interior you get dunked on. Anyway, let's keep reading. Our engineers were determined to achieve these goals and were extremely happy with the results. All right, of course he's gonna say that, right? Because it's Mike Wayne, he wants to sell the game. Anyway, let's keep reading. The shot contest and blocking systems were completely rebuilt, leading to several new snatch blocks and volleyball spikes that never happened before, as we saw in that little Zion thing with the little trailer that came out for yesterday for 2K22, or was it the day before yesterday, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though. The little block that Zion did on that dude when he spiked it out. Anyway, let's keep reading. This also paved the way to reward basketball IQ much more in our shooter systems. The shot contest rewrite removed the ghost contest that many complained about, and this year, being out of position and not getting the hand in the shooter's face will lead to some easy buckets for the offense. I hope this is right so far, because if not, I'm not gonna be happy with this, because Mike Wayne do be just, talking sometimes, He be trying to sell and promote the game. We're gonna keep reading though. On the other hand, properly crowding shooters with good contests will result in plenty of bricks and air balls, as they should. For floor defenders, body up rise and bumps feel much more rewarding, as the motion team has dramatically improved the feel of on-ball defense movement. Unwanted bump steals, oh, come on, tell us something. This is what I want to hear right here. Unwanted bump steals and snatchy body ups have been reduced in favor of giving both the ball handler and on-ball defender more freedom of movement and respected input. Yo, this is the one thing I complained about for 2K21 next gen and current gen with the bump steals, because people would just bump steals because they couldn't play defense, because especially in current gen they couldn't play defense that well because you actually had to play defense in that game. So as a result, people would bump steal left and right and just put themselves in position to get the ball by just standing there for a bump steal. I used to hate that. So if this is right so far, then I'm happy, but otherwise I'm gonna be mad, because I think Mike Wayne could just be just talking just to sell the game. But anyway, shifts, launches, stops, and cuts all feel much more tighter, and with even more new gen foot planting improvements. So I don't know how that's gonna work, because Mike Wayne did say that he wants both games to feel the same, but at the same time, how they both gonna feel the same if the next gen consoles can have different foot planting than current gen, because current gen don't have the technology to put the certain foot planting in the game. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's gonna work. Anyway, he says you'll see a lot less sliding on both ends of the floor. Now, to me, sliding was only a problem on defense for 2K21 current gen. I didn't see sliding that much on defense in next gen, because in next gen you couldn't play defense at all in that game. You get blown by for a dunk or contact dunk. So I don't know what he means by that, but that's for the base defense, I guess. Oh wait, there's more. He says steals also received an upgrade with greater emphasis placed on the steal attribute. Low-rated stealers get sluggish animations that punish them when they reach, while high-rated stealers with good timing and opportunity will be able to pickpocket at much higher rate. Also, be prepared to see more layup/dunk strips from high-rated stealers when slashers try to force their way to the rim in the crowd. So that means you go for a dunk and you going up on your gather, your opponent can swipe the ball for a steal more often, so that way that I guess reduces contact dunks like it was in 21 next gen. That sounds good right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Great defense may not always be featured in real life highlights, but all of these improvements are what I'm most excited about for 2K22. They lead to much more balanced on-court battles and make the game much more fun to play. Of course he's gonna say that. All right, that's it for the regular defense. For defensive AI, he says, defense was also a major focus on the new gen AI front. All right, the important part, he says, New on-ball defensive positioning logic gives defenders more consistency in their positioning regardless of their distance from the basket. This enables a much less jittery defender who knows where they want to be in all phases of defensive positioning. This, along with motion improvements, allowed us to tighten up general defensive positioning, which means gamers will feel much more defensive pressure on ball than the previous 2Ks, I'm just saying. So I guess that's cool. Brand new hedge defender logic and behaviors give the catch hedge defender a specific focus for how they react to the ball handler. In the past, hedge defenders, I don't feel like reading all of this stuff. So basically, I'm guessing he's saying that on defense, you can hedge your defender better than you could before. I don't feel like reading all this stuff right here. You can read it by yourself if you want to, and I'll just, pause. Or you can pause it yourself, rather. You can pause it on screen, because I can't pause it right now because I'm recording. But anyway, you can pause this right here and read this for yourself. I don't feel like reading all this, but this is here. So all I'm saying is this is here. This year makes the most significant update, the fundamental defensive rotation. Okay, I don't feel like reading this either. So talking about defensive AI, and I guess how that AI has improved from last year, from, I guess AI teammates from my career, I'm guessing he's talking about, I don't know. All right, for dribbling, Mike Wayne says, offense will obviously never be neglected in a 2K game. And I'm thrilled with our offering for NBA 2K22. Dribbling is something I personally spend a lot of time working on, and I am extremely passionate about, and can say, without a doubt, that playmakers are going to have a field day with this year's game. The one-on-one basic size-ups have been removed and replaced by a one-to-one signature size-up, kind of like 2K20 I'm guessing he's talking about, because in 2K20 I think that was the case. But what exactly does that mean? Flicking the pro stick in various, okay, yeah, like I said, that's talking about 2K20 because we read that before, and I think the earlier courtside report or something like that, so I already knew about that. He says, of course, there's 50 new signature size-ups, packages to choose from with its own diverse, advantages and all that stuff. Make sure to give all of them a try to find out which one best suits you or whatever, okay. Additionally, you can equip one of 32 dribble sequences, which I've dubbed signature combos as well. These are quick 3 or 4 second dribble combos that you can trigger by simply holding the sprint and flicking the pro stick up. Mixing these signature size ups and signature combos together gives you a limitless variety for how you want to break down your defender. I butchered that paragraph because it's just, I'm tired of reading all this stuff, y'all. I don't like, this is too much to read. Mike Wayne, can you just do, I don't know why Mike Wayne doesn't just do a video of himself reading this information to us, because nobody wants to read this stuff, bro. This is good stuff to find out, but I don't feel like doing all this. Look at all this stuff to read, bro. This is, come on, man. Talking about 12 minutes of reading. This is like 50 minutes of reading. Come on, dog. I wish 2K would release an actual courtside report explaining this stuff with actual, first-hand examples instead of just putting a paragraph in front of us and telling us to read this stuff, because nobody wants to read all this information. I don't like reading chapter books. This is what I'm reading right now, is a chapter book, bro. There are a ton of new other combos, cancels, and move chains you can pull off this year. Drag, dribble, hezzies, and spin step backs being my personal favorites. But I'm not going to go into detail on each of these right now to save you from, we're already reading the novel, Mike Wayne. He said we're not going to go into details because he don't want you to read the novel, but we're already reading the novel right now. Anyway, in a nutshell, quickly sending multiple pro stick commands and or attempting to move in various directions with the left stick just after performing your dribble move will open up a world of new combos that will stifle even the best defenders. Okay, so he's saying that, you have more options to, break down your defender this year. So that's cool to know. When it comes to dribble movement, you'll notice a significantly faster overall pace and a much tighter control over how you navigate the court. Each of the 28 unique dribble styles received a nice refresh with new content that accentuates the signature style of its given player. We've also added 4 new WNBA dribble styles: Simone Augustus, I don't know what that word says. Alright, I'm not gonna read all that, you get the point. Another nice upgrade to dribble movement is height compensation. Last year, taller players could outpace shorter players with the same speed with the ball rating. This year, it's been resolved for 2K22 to ensure that smaller players are no longer being behind, or lagging behind, I guess you could say. And everything that I just mentioned about dribbling, from the movement to the new moves and combos, are going to be identical between current and next gen. I don't know how he's going to do that because, like I said earlier, Mike Wayne said last year going into 2K21 that the gameplay and movement couldn't be the exact same because they're on 2 different console generations. So I want to see how this goes into play, because I find it funny that Mike Wayne said that last year, but this year he's saying a whole different tone. So I don't know how that's going to work. We're going to keep reading though. So if you're a player who plans on playing both, you won't have anything to worry. Okay, basically saying that you can play both games the same way. You don't have to worry about having to change how you play or learn new styles to play or whatever. All right, moving on to post play. Now, a little treat for the bigs. We spent a lot of time upgrading post play with loads of new content, including new movement and new arsenal of back to basket moves. Similar to face up ball handling, many of the new moves are cancels and aborts. For example, Start a post spin by twirling the pro stick, then immediately move the left stick in the opposite direction for a spin back. There are also new right trigger fakes that keep you engaged in the post, allowing you to chain multiple fakes together without disengaging. You can also take advantage of new disengaged face-up moves, controls to help you avoid steals, new hop shots, fades, hooks, and a better pull chair mechanic. There's a lot of great combinations and fakes once you've mastered the controls. All right, now we on shooting. The other stuff is important too, but I feel like shooting is the most important. Now for shooting, they say shooting has undergone many changes for 2K22. There's a new shot meter with a dynamically resize and make window. This window will expand when you're taking a high quality jump shot with good shooters, but it will shrink when heavily contested. Shooting with a low rated shooter or fatigue, I guess, will make you not be able to shoot as well. The major emphasis on shooting success this year is shot IQ. The teams that work for open looks and take smart shots are going to see much more success than the teams that take, bad shots and force up shots or whatever. It sounds elementary, but it's something we really keyed on this year, as taking high quality shots was more or less overshadowed by ratings and stick skills. Shot timing still plays a major role in the skill gap, and yes, you can still get additional boosts for turning off the shot meter, but will only take you so far if you're taking bad shots. We've heavily focus group tested the new shooting mechanics with players of all skill levels and believe that this is the best shooting that 2K has ever had in 2K games, so I guess that's good to know for shooting. Alright, for finishing, they say we also made a strong push to get more of a skill gap into finishing at the rim. As beautiful as our motion captured dunks are, it was a shame that once you saw one fire off, you basically knew it was an automatic 2 points, because he's talking about, the rim running in 2K21 nation, because there was a rim running problem, as I've said thousands of times by now. Anyway, with the revamped blocking system, we're now giving rim protectors more tools to make great stops at the rim. So before in 21, there was no skill meter for, alley-oops, which is now a thing in 2K22, which means that when you throw alley-oops now, you can't just, press square if you, the person that's receiving the alley-oop, or, just get a free contact dunk or whatever. So now I guess it's where if you throw an alley-oop, it's a time even as a user just catching the pass. So that way, that eliminates the problem that was in 2K21 of, contact dunks happening too often. It also eliminates the problem of the ball going over your head for no reason sometimes, so I'm glad they're doing that now. So anyway, let's keep reading. When an alley-oop passes in the air, you'll need to press the button and just okay, so yeah, basically what I just said, so it's now, I guess, more skill-based when it comes to alley-oops and all that stuff. That's cool, that's good. If you're too early or too late, you'll either smoke the finish or miss the catch completely. Side note, you can force bounce past alley-oops this year. And on the dunking side, holding sprint and pulling straight down on the pro stick will trigger the aggressive skill dunks. When you have a defender standing underneath the rim, using the aggressive skill dunk feature will let you basically force a dunk attempt on demand as long as you have a strong dunker and have a bit of a runway. It's tough to hit the perfect timing for these high risk, high reward plays, but it's so gratifying when you pull it off. All right, that's cool. All right, anyway, we've also added dunk celebrations into the game this year, which work very similarly to how the green release jump shot landing celebrations work also. So I guess they added, shooting landings like they said earlier, and of course they got, so that's cool. So basically right here they're talking about that you can, equip dunk landings and dunk celebrations like how they have jump shot landings and jump shot celebrations, the same thing right here. And right here they say they have a new dunk creator, like the jump shot creator was in 2K21, now there's a dunk creator now. So I don't know how that's going to create more of a skill gap, but we're going to find out when the game comes out. It sounds interesting, but I just don't want to know if it's, I don't know if it's going to create a skill gap or not. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know that. All right, bills, badges, and takeover. Now, this is probably the most important part of this whole courtside report. I take back what I said earlier about shooting being the most important. This is probably the most important right here. Now, it says, player builds is another hot topic when it comes to 2K. In NBA 2K21, we debuted a brand new player builder on new gen that allowed you to set up your attribute caps however you saw them, which was terrible because you know how that worked. As with any new big developments, there are always growing pains, as we all know, of course, because again, 2K21 next gen. We've made a lot of adjustments to the system to create more balanced builds and give incentives for creating all different types of players. That's good to hear. Smalls will see distinct advantages over big players and vice versa. So expect to see a lot more variety when you hit the virtual streets of the city this year. The amount of badge points at your disposal has been increased, significantly giving you more options of how you badge out your my player. The new detailed builder screen makes it much easier for gamers to identify the available badges. You can also see how those numbers change in real time as you adjust your attribute caps. Another cool addition is the ability to create badge loadouts. We already knew about all that stuff, so I ain't gonna read that. All right, anyway, these are talking about all the new badges we get in 2K22. So it says fast twitch, the ability to get off the floor quicker for standing layups and dunks. So that sounds cool. It's probably not gonna be that great. Anyway, the next one says grace under pressure, ability to convert standing layups more effectively. That's cool. Limitless takeoff, ability to score from further away on dunk attempts. So that's like, you know, Michael Jordan. I guess he's going to be like Michael Jordan from the free throw line or whatever. Mouse in the house. The ability for bigs to finish over shorter players for more efficiently. All right, that's cool. Unstrippable. Ability to secure the ball better when guarding for layups or dunks in traffic. So that's like, you know, when you go for a gather and you try to go for a dunk, you can't get the ball stolen from you or slight away from you when you go for a layup or dunk. All right, now for Chef, this is the ability to knock down Steph-like threes off the dribble. All right, limitless spot up is the ability to hit logo range threes off the catch and shoot. Now this is gonna break the game because if you pass into your teammate and he's standing at the logo, that means he can shoot from everywhere. So you have to guard at half court now. All right, whatever. Lucky number 7 boosts your ability to score when shooting early in the shot clock. Mismatch expert, ability to successfully shoot over taller defenders on the switch. This is gonna come in handy. I can tell right now it's gonna be a good badge. All right, glue hands. This is the one that we seen the other day. It says for glue hands, it's the ability to make difficult catches and quicker branch out to shoot a shot or a dribble. This is kind of good. You know, this sounds like an interceptor, but you can, you know, get the pass or whatever, and then you can pass it off real quick. So this sounds good. All right, so Hyperdrive. Hyperdrive boosts the speed and effectiveness of moving dribble moves. So this Hyperdrive sounds kind of like, what is it called? Handles for days? Or is it tight handles? Quick chain, no, this is tight handles right here. It says quick chain boosts the ability to quickly chain dribble moves together. So this is kind of like tight handles, I'm guessing. I don't know why did they just change the name, or is it actually a different thing altogether? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. Because quick chain sounds just like tight handles right here. Boost the ability to quickly chain dribble moves together. Isn't that tight handles? All right, so for post playmaker, this boosts the effectiveness of both shots and moves when playing in the post. Okay. Triple threat juke increases the effectiveness of triple threat jabs, fakes, and go moves. I like using triple threats, so this is gonna come in handy for me. Ball stripper, ability to strip layups and dunks attempts more. Okay, so this is what it was to, you know, get strips and stuff for layups and all that stuff and gather. So I don't know what the other thing was above. Where is that? Right here, is it? No, it's not here. It's unstrippable. So this is the ability to secure the ball better when gathering for layups. So this is kind of negating, unstrippable is negating what ball stripper is, I'm guessing. So I guess that's going to be interesting how that works in play if you have both of them, or both players that have each one on each team. So I wonder how it's going to work. Hustler, ability to get to those scrappy 50-50 balls quicker than the opponent. So this is kind of like a Patrick Beverly type badge. Good to know. Same thing for Menace. Significantly drops the offensive ratings of opponents when you smother them. So this is kind of like, again, Patrick Beverly. That brings our total badge count to 80, with a number of existing badges also getting some nice upgrades. It's a lot of new information that we got so far. So the only thing that I don't like about this whole courtside report is all this reading, because this was too much to read. I had to keep starting over because I don't know why they keep doing it like this, bro. 2K, stop being lazy. Just provide us an actual courtside report with actual examples of what y'all gonna talk about in these little courtside reports, because otherwise, some people just reading this stuff and they don't know what they're reading, because a lot of stuff needs to be further explained or demonstrated so we know what they're talking about better. Because some of these badges, like for example, the whole stripper badge and the whole, I said stripper badge, the whole badge where you can, it says ball stripper or whatever, and then the other strip badge is similar to what it was for the, you know, first stripper badge. So it's kind of confusing. So we need an actual in-depth example of what they're talking about with certain badges and all that stuff. So we need like a courtside report where they talk about this stuff and show examples, as well as Mike Wayne on screen reading this to us as well, because nobody feels like reading all this, you know what I'm saying? I'm just be honest. So that's gonna do it for the video, y'all. If you enjoyed the video, enjoyed this information I gave y'all, leave a like down below. Also, if you're brand new, hit the subscribe button. I post videos like this whenever news comes out, and whenever, you know, the game comes out. I'm gonna, you know, post how the best jump shots, etc., etc. I got y'all. So with that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all for watching again. It's been your boy Edwin Andre, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.